Alright, is it working now? I'm wondering if it's not on my end. Just a second. No. Alright, the internet seems to think that Twitch is working alright. Well, we'll just switch up what I'm working on. If this is still terrible, let me know, because it does still look really buffery, I think, over on the Twitch side. You see hands? I mean, that's something at least. I decided to move to a different location, a different computer, and see if it's going to work any better. But it's not looking great. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it still looks really choppy for me. I don't know. How is it looking or looking and sounding on that end? I guess I could put headphones on and see how it sounds too. Yeah, it still seems to be having issues. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's a problem with my streaming software, or a problem with Twitch, or just a strange mix of all of them. It's pretty decent. Okay, as long as it's working all right, then we can go. I was gonna make dice tonight, but since I couldn't seem to get Twitch to work for me down at my normal crafting spot, we're just gonna ink a whole bunch of things because I have a whole bunch of things that need inked anyways. If I can get things out. Got another set of parrot dice with all the rainbowy colors. We'll do those in white. I need to get some more white paint, actually. I was going to do that the other day, and then I decided against it. I was just like, I only need white paint. I don't really want to go to the craft store for just white paint. But maybe I should have. I should have enough, I would think. I have a whole stack of things over here. I have a container here that all the dice were in. Yes, this is the same dice that you have. Well, not these particular ones, but the same style and pattern, yeah. With the rainbows. Red, yellow, and blue. I think I got the colors maybe a little bit more balanced on this set. There was a lot of red in your set. I tried to do a little bit more yellow and blue in this set. So I know what color I want those. Here, you guys get a sneak peek of some of the other dice that are going to be in the shop. Whoa, why is my phone buzzing? I have something early in the morning tomorrow, so I'm getting texts about that. So if I can get this out of the I've made a grave error. I can't get these out of the container. No! I've made a mistake. Don't put 8 D6s in one of these containers, apparently, because you will never get them out. Because I've kind of locked it in there. Oh dear. I should have known. No! Well, this is why I don't pack the D6s in these containers. Actually, it's not, but it's a good reason for not packing the D6s in these containers. I gotta, get this at an angle or something. Okay, come on. I can't get them out. I can't get them out. I might have to, fry it or something. This was not very well thought through on my part. Oh no. Once I get one out, the other should be easy. But just because there's just this one. There we go. Come on. I just need it at just the right angle. And I had problems getting them in here, But I was just like, that's fine. I got it in there, I should be able to get it out. And now I have it stuck. Well, I was gonna say, I made some fate dice that are some more of the like pond ones that I've done with the little lily pads on them. And I'm debating if I want to do like a light blue for the pluses and minuses, since it's on the side and it's not going to cover up any of the lily pads and stuff. Or if I should just leave it blank like I've done for the pond dice that I've done in the past. Although the pond dice that I've done in the past have been 7-piece sets. Well, this might be a problem for future Liz. We'll let her figure that out. But here, so got those. Seen those before. Got these. I haven't sold a set like this before, but I do have a set very similar to this on like Instagram, because I made a set like this for my mom. And it has just all sorts of different blues in it. Let's see. Oh, it's a shame that Jen's not here. I bet she'd like this set. But it has, let's see if I can get it so you can see. Hey, future Liz is just going to have the exact same problem that current Liz has. It doesn't want to focus. It doesn't want to focus. Oh, hi, Fetus Enchilada. That's a very strange name. I can't get it to... It doesn't want to focus. Close up. There we go. There we go. And then it has all sorts of different blues in there. Some glitter, some dark blue. And there's a pigment I have that kind of speckles a bit. You can see the dark specks in there. And most of the time... Future Liz is here to be upset with me. Normally that's kind of an issue with things because it does a weird, like, it just, you end up with dark spots, but in this set I kind of like that. Oh, you're being Jen. But in this set, like, I kind of like the dark spots because I feel like it just adds a little, like, even another darker blue in there almost. But yeah, this kind of shows off all the blues if it'll focus. It never wants to focus. Never wants to focus when I hold it up close. That's how it goes. Maybe we'll ink those in like silver? Maybe silver. I'm not like set on a color for those, but I feel like silver would work well. I think maybe silver. Because I kind of think of this as being kind of like, I've called this set Deep Waters in the past, because it makes me think of like deep ocean with the really, really dark blues and stuff. I feel like silver kind of has that watery vibe. Okay, here, I've got a couple more sets. Oh, lapis. Ooh, that's fair. I do like lapis. It's a very pretty stone. That might be fun to mess around with at some point. Here's a set. It's got pink and clear. It's got holographic. Is this the white? Yeah, it has like holographic or iridescent glitter in there. I can't remember which one it is. And then it has gold foil, and then it has an iridescent sheet in there. So got like all of the shiny bits in here. Wait, did I do, is this gold foil or copper foil? I think it's gold foil. Yeah, there's gold foil in here. It never does want to focus. It never does want to focus. Part of it might be the lighting in here. I don't have great lighting in here. There we go. It's kind of focusing now. You can see all of that. It has all of the shinies in there. And then I have another set that also has the shinies in there. But I almost like more, I think, because it has the darker color. This one also has the, no, I'll just do this again. It also has the, some iridescent, like, sheet in there. Oh, they're almost washed out, but they're, a nice, like, nice solid purple, and then they have that, crumpled up iridescent piece and some gold foil in these as well. I was kind of, so when I am figuring out which dice, so I have, okay, where do I start with this? I have a bunch of dice that are already made, and they're sitting in a box with my sanding stuff. They're not sanded yet. All my dice but no monies. Yeah, that is the problem, isn't it? No monies. But I have a whole bunch of dice just sitting in a container downstairs next to, that needs sanded. And when I'm trying to figure out which dice to sand, I usually try to pick ones that are going to be released that are all different. I want things of kind of like different colors, different styles. I don't want all of the same color or all the same style to be released at the same time. Unless it's like, maybe for October, I have a bunch of Halloween ones and stuff like that. And so normally, try getting the fake dice again. I will in a moment. Those are the last ones. Normally, I probably wouldn't have done both of these sets. I probably wouldn't release both of these sets at the same time, because I feel like they're too similar. I feel like it's too similar, but at the same time, like, I don't know, they're pretty. They're pretty. You think getting the fake dice out again will work? I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. I can't get them out. My hubris has doomed me. Wait, maybe? No. I think maybe if I get 3 of them up and locked in place, I can maybe get... Yeah, that's what I'm doing, is I'm holding down 3 of them and then turning it upside down. That's what I'm trying to do anyways. Let me see if I can push this back a little bit. See if I can get the 3 kind of out of the way. It's more difficult than you would think to hold down 3 of them at the same time. And not block the, not block that other one. Let me see if I can... Yeah. I've got them locked in there. I don't know. I think I had put it in at kind of an angle. I put it in at kind of an angle, and so now it would need to like come out at a little bit of an angle. But it's hard to get it at an angle, especially with everything else being in the way. I have tools, yeah. Part of it is that I don't want to grab anything that's going to scratch these either. That's why I was using a pencil before, just because it's wooden, it's probably not going to scratch. Wait, maybe. You can't see the extreme look of concentration that I have on right now. This is like, it's like a reverse one of those jigsaw puzzles where you have to try and put all of the things in the container. You know what I'm talking about? The ones where there's like very specifically sized pieces and shapes, and you have to try and get them all to like fit together. I'm terrible at those. My brother's good at them though. Maybe I'll end up handing this to my brother and being like, hey, can you get this out without smashing the glass? Because that's probably the first thing he would joke about. But not right now. We'll worry about getting this out. Probably not tonight. Like I said, I don't expect this to be a super long stream just because I need to get up early tomorrow. So I probably won't get around to inking everything, but I figured I'd show things off. And what I was asking before, if anybody else has anything to add, we'll see if it... I can get it to focus. Things never want to focus. Never focus when I want it to focus. You'd think that it would be. There we go. I made some fate dice that have like little lily pads in them, and I've done 7-piece sets with the little hand painted lily pads in them before and stuff. And I left the numbers blank on those because I didn't want to cover up the lily pads. But these, they have the pluses and the minuses on the sides. You tried believing. Did you clap your hands so that Tinkerbell could come back to life? I'm wondering whether I should paint the pluses and minuses like light blue, maybe. I have a nice light blue that I think could maybe look good and have some contrast, but I'm still not decided. So I'm open to opinion on that. That's fine. The last set here that I have all polished and ready to be inked was actually a set that was like left over from a commission. I actually posted the photos of that commission on my social media pretty recently, but they're green and pink with some white in there. I don't know what color I want to ink these, because like the commission set that I did, they don't look very green and pink. Ah! Here, just a second, let me see if I can get some brighter light. I just don't want it to be too harsh. Haha. There's some brighter light. So, green and pink. The commission set had blue and yellow numbers, which I kind of thought was going to be a little bit weird, but I ended up really liking the colored numbers, like the different colored numbers with the like green and pink and gold dice. And so I'm tempted to do that again and do like blue numbers or something like that. Like I could do gold. There's a little bit of gold in here, that sort of stuff. But I feel like maybe doing a color could be fun. But let's start off with these ones, because like I definitely know what color I want these. Purple? Maybe. I feel like the pink in this, it might blend in with the pink in this a little bit. I think the blue and yellow was kind of fun because they contrasted a bit. But it's also, it would fit in with those kind of, the like cool green, and the pink would be kind of in between. Grab my rinse water there. But yeah, purple's an idea. Maybe like are you thinking like a dark purple or a light purple? Oh, hello, kitty cat. You want to come sit on my lap? Oops. Careful. Hi. Yeah, I definitely need to get more white paint. I'm running low on white paint. All right. Oh, anyways, we'll get a couple of sets inked tonight. It'll probably only be. Oh, hi, Bosun. How are you doing? We're inking some dice because I couldn't get my equipment to work for pouring dice tonight. The streaming stuff for some reason, like, to be fair, it's still saying that I'm having some problems. Yeah, it's still saying that I'm having a bunch of dropped frames. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my internet connection or what, but and I'm doing good. I've got some stuff going on the next couple of days, some family stuff. So I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm not going to be able to do a lot of dice stuff. So honestly, actually, inking's probably a good thing to be working on anyways. That's kind of nice. You know, inking dice, I think is good, because I have some stuff I need to get done before tomorrow, too. I have to get up early. And then I need to get some stuff done before family stuff. So inking dice will be nice because if I really need to, I can stop whenever I want. Whereas with pouring dice, I can't really stop in the middle. Like, once you have the resin in your mixing cup, it's you gotta get that poured. Gotta get that poured, or it's just gonna set up. But no, I am good. I feel like I've messed up my sleep schedule a little bit. I've just been like staying up just a little bit later each night, and so then I'm just not getting quite enough sleep, which is on me. And I realize that it's bad when I don't get enough sleep. Like, that's probably the biggest indicator of what my mood's gonna be like the next day. If I don't get enough sleep, like, I know that I'm not gonna feel good the next day. And still, I'm, at 3 a.m. It's just like, oh, but I'm right in the middle of reading, this chapter or something like that. And, just can't put the book down, that sort of thing. Or I'm watching a YouTube video and I'm just like, oh, well, let me just finish this video. Like, it's a problem. It's a problem. But hopefully I'll get a little bit more. I'll try and get a little bit more sleep tonight. Go to sleep a little bit earlier than usual. I say that, but I probably won't, and I'll just be tired tomorrow. But that's okay. That's okay. We're inking. Hi. Sleep good? Oh, I know. I'm just like, I just get distracted by it. It's the same with food. It's like food also good, but I get distracted with other things and then I just forget. I'm just easily engrossed in other things. It's just like, oh, I don't think I've eaten anything today. I have eaten stuff today. I do want to put that out there. And I'm not saying that this is a good way to live. I'm just saying that this is the way that I end up. Like, I'm very lucky that my brother cooks. My brother's kind of in charge of the food at my house. Which is great because he's an excellent cook. But it's also good because it makes sure that, he makes sure that I eat. Because it's just like, hey, we're having dinner now. It's like, okay, cool, excellent. But I need to figure out some way to motivate myself to go to sleep earlier. To be fair, it's not usually too big of an issue. Like, to be fair, I am probably, I don't know, I feel, oh, hi, hey, mama! I feel, speaking of sleep, I was just talking about how I should go to bed earlier. And it's like probably 3 a.m. for you. I'm doing good. How are you doing? What was I saying? Oh, the lucky thing is that, doing the dice stuff and everything, for the most part, I have a pretty flexible schedule. Like, I can, my normal, sleeping schedule, if I'm, being good and getting the 9 hours of sleep that I need, I go to sleep at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 11, and then I start working at, like, noon. Oh, dying because of the heat. Summer is here. That was me the other morning. My house is air conditioned and everything, but the other morning I just woke up and I'm like, have kicked all of my covers off and I'm just in my PJs. I'm just like, it's so warm. Oops, just hit the microphone. Sorry. It's starting to get warm here. Well, yeah. I don't know, maybe I should go outside more. It's it's been kind of weird with the weather lately cuz like it got up into I'm doing Fahrenheit, I don't know Celsius. It got up into the like 90s, I think. And then it dropped back down to being in like the 60s the other day. It's just like, what? It's 29 degrees Celsius inside your apartment today. I need to look up what 29 degrees Celsius is. Fahrenheit 29. Ooh, 84. You don't want. Okay. Yeah, you do not want that inside. That's way too warm. Yuck. Yeah, that is like way too warm for inside. Okay, but have you tried not dying? Helpful as always, Omar. Yeah. Luckily my air conditioning is keeping up with the heat here. Yeah, it's, on the one hand, oh, just a second, I have a cat at the window. That sounds strange. My cat is I think he wants inside. He's at my office window. Here, wait. There's Fitz. I think maybe he wants inside. Let me go let the kitty cat in. Just a second, let me get the paint off of my brush. Okay, just a moment. This is my moment. I'm gonna let my kitty cat inside. Come here. Okay, there we go. Now the kitty cats are inside. Aw, thanks, Mama. I was showing them off earlier, and I was having fun with, oh, this one actually just has the, oh, this one just has the iridescent foil, and then this one has, like, iridescent film, which was fun. I hadn't actually tried this stuff out before. It's like, oh. It's not focusing, but you can see the fun glitter in there. Yeah, that's so sweet of you taking care of your rats. Making sure that they're not getting too overheated. At least they got the big ears to like cool them off. Let's finish filling this in. What was I talking about before I let my cat in? I don't remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the heat. Oh, weather. I know. To be fair, it started as a joke. We can stop. It just amused me, and then it stuck. Would you like us to stop? Oh, okay. The weather, that's, oh, okay, good. As long as you're in on the joke, it's fine. As long as you're in on the joke. Weather, though, I was gonna say, where I live, we get seasons, which is kind of nice. Like, it gets, I'm talking in Fahrenheit still because I don't know Celsius. Well, I guess I know that 0 Celsius is freezing. It gets down to freezing and below freezing here in the winter. And then it gets up to like 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. So like we definitely have seasons. And I feel like there's something. Hi, Fitz. You got a sticker on your side. Fitz, you're a little bit in the way. Your cat butt's in the way. Well, you've got all sorts of stickers in your tail. We'll get those out in a bit. It's nice. It's nice having seasons. But at the same time, like, I don't do really well with extreme temperatures. Like, I overheat really easy. And I also get cold pretty easy. So it's, it's like, on the one hand, having a distinct summer and winter is really nice. And on the other hand, it being freezing outside or it being 100 degrees outside is not nice. But I don't know which I'd prefer. Like, when I went away to university, it was a lot more temperate. Like, there was still, still times when it got a little bit warmer and times when it was a little bit cooler. I think things froze at some point. And things got into, like, the 80s, I think. But it never got quite as hot or, I think, quite as cold as it does here. There we go. There's the D20 done. There's the D20 done. All done. Put that into our little container. You come from a Caribbean island and people are like, you should be used to hot temperatures. You don't know how weak I am. Yeah. I'm just like, no. I don't know, I overheat so easy. I have ever since high school. I don't know if it's because I got heat exhaustion in high school at one point. I don't know if that just made me more susceptible or something. Sorry, I was just thinking about the time I got heat exhaustion in high school, because that was a thing. I was in marching band all through high school, and we did band camp, which was a week long, and it was like, I don't remember how long it was like 12-hour days or something, and it was in the summer, and we spent, like, the mornings outside practicing marching, and then the afternoons inside practicing music. And we were all walking to get some water, and my vision, like, tunnel visioned in and went completely gray. It was very strange. It was like I passed out, but I just kept walking. And so I just went and sat out for a bit and drank some water in the shade. But it's just like, ooh. It's just a very strange experience. And it's funny because my brother has passed out once as well. He just overexerted himself helping lift some very heavy equipment. And to be fair, it was funny because we were talking about it. Oh, happened to you in your first year living in Martinique. Passed out. Oh gosh. But my brother, I wasn't actually there for that, but we were talking about it. Because I think I was talking about the heat exhaustion, maybe my vision just going gray, like tunnel visioned and gray, and it being very strange. And it was funny because, like, yeah, it was very, yeah, it was like that partially because, like, it was like my field of view got smaller and smaller until it was just completely, like, yeah, it was very strange. Also, I don't know if any of you have ever, like, dissociated. That's also very strange. That's happened, like, to me, like, twice or 3 times. But, no, we were talking about it, and he had, like, almost the exact same thing when he fainted, because he mentioned everything going, like, gray. I'm like, oh, hey, that was, like, exactly the same. Because it's weird, it wasn't blacking out, it was, like, graying out. Oh, it's where you feel, like, disconnected from your own body. It's kind of like feeling like you are watching yourself from the outside. It's a very weird feeling. Um, and it's happened to me like it's just no, like while you're awake, like you're walking around and it doesn't feel like you're in control of yourself. You're just watching yourself do things. It feel yeah, it's very very strange. No idea what causes it, but it's happened to me like I can tell you probably the 2 times that it happened to me, and I think both of them I might have been pretty tired. It for me it just felt like I was dreaming. Like it was one of those moments where it's just like, oh, I'm dreaming right now, but I wasn't. It was I don't know. I don't know if anybody else here has had that experience, but it's just very strange. Yeah. Both of them I think both of them I was tired and it was in very busy, like there was a lot going on, or at least one of them there was a lot going on. But the reason I was thinking of that is because it's also kind of that tunnel vision, where everything just goes kind of, yeah, the weird stuff your brain can do. Yeah, no, the what made me think of it though was the tunnel vision type thing, because it was very much tunnel vision, like everything just kind of whoop, went down to like one little point. I don't know. Brains are weird. I don't know. Neuroscience and stuff, that stuff I find, like brain stuff, I find so interesting. There's just so much that we don't know how it works or why it works. And just the stuff that we do know how and why it works is just, I don't know. I've always really been interested in like psychology and neuroscience stuff. It's one of those things that like I never really planned on going into, but I like researched the heck out of it just because I was interested in it when I was younger. I don't really remember much of what I've researched, but I don't know. Maybe part of it was just me trying to figure out like what the heck is wrong with me. That's possible, but ooh, sleep paralysis and hallucinations. Oof, never had sleep paralysis. And I haven't had any like major hallucinations. I've had things where it's just like I think I see something out of the corner of my eye, but I feel like that's something that everyone has. It's just like I think I see a cat that go by me or something, but there's nothing there. But yeah, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun. But no, I don't know. Brains are just so weird, and it's really weird how interconnected things are in the body. I'm branching out a little bit here, but it's just interesting how like your gut biome can affect your like the neurotransmitters in your brain and stuff. Like everything's just like interconnected, but in like the weirdest way. It's like how acupuncture's a thing. Like if I like just on the surface, it would make like no sense to me how acupuncture could work. Like it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in your foot and it's gonna help your neck pain or something like that. I don't know how things are connected with acupuncture. I don't know much about the specifics of it, but it's just really strange how interconnected things are in the body. Very, very strange. Here's the D12 all done. Look at all those colors. You know, I feel like such an old person, I guess. Like, I quote vines. Like, that's the stuff that I still quote all the time is vines. I feel like that shows my age somehow, even though Vine happened like what, 5 years ago, maybe at the most. Actually, no. When did Vine disappear? Because Vine was a thing. Was Vine a thing when I was in high school? Oh, yeah, that does not sound fun. Yeah, hopefully you got that figured out so that it's not an issue anymore. Guys, how long ago did Vine disappear? Because I'm suddenly wondering if it was 10 years ago and I didn't realize it. That's the thing, like, I'll be like, oh, that wasn't that long ago. I was just in high school. And then I realized that I've almost been out of high school for 10 years. And she's like, oh, that seems off somehow. Like, oh, like, I don't know. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Vine? I remember this. Yeah. I'll just start talking about cassette tapes, I guess. It's just kind of funny with technology because technology has happened so fast. Like new things have started to exist so quickly with technology. Yeah, now it's TikTok. But yeah, I don't know. There's always like new things. It's I remember like before like YouTube really like just a second. Let me double check something. I'm checking if a thing is what I think it is. Okay. Yeah, okay. When was that? That was 1999. When was... When did YouTube become a thing? When did YouTube start? See, that's the thing. I'm like, let's go to Wikipedia. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it was YouTube became a thing in 2005. It looks like. I was just gonna say, I remember before YouTube, I remember it's like a website called Albino Black Sheep, which I'm like, I think that was a internet video thing, and it looks like maybe it was, but it might have been a specific animator or something. But I'm like, I feel like I remember videos from before YouTube was a thing, and I'm pretty sure I do. It's like, maybe I am a little old. Although to be fair, in 2005, how old would I have been? I only would have been 9. No, sorry. I would have been 11. 11 in 2005? Is that right? Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like, I wasn't old when YouTube became a thing, but it does mean that I remember the dawn of YouTube. It's still weird to me. I'm 27. It's still weird to me that, like, where was I going with this? Oh, it's weird to me that there's people that were born after the year 2000 that can drink, that are, like, over the age of 21, or that are 21, because it's 2021. It's just like, wait, that seems odd somehow. Even though, I was only born just in the 90s, which is not that far off. But at the same time, it's just like, no, these are our children, aren't they? All you youths. I don't know. The thing that always gets me is if I'm like listening to a musical artist or watching a YouTube video or watching a movie with an actor that I like or something, and then I realize that they're like 5 years younger than me, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what have I done with my life? Is this it for me? I will never create anything great. It's kind of sad when you feel old at 27, I guess. I'm not even 30 yet. That's okay though. I got some time. I don't know what I want to do next though. I really want to. I'd love to create some sort of media. I guess technically I am right now. Technically, I guess. Oh, you're 29. Before YouTube, we would only look at pictures on Google Image. Yeah, back in my day. Yeah, that makes me feel a little bit better. Knowing that at least someone here is older than I am. Although I think maybe Omar was too, if I remember correctly. Doesn't really matter. I don't need to know people's ages on the internet. People don't need to give out their personal information to me on the internet. Internet safety, children. Where was I going with this? Can't remember what I was just talking about. What was I just talking about? Oh, creating media. Yeah, like, I say next, but maybe at the same time as I do dice and things, because I'd like to continue growing this and all that, but I don't know, I'd love to do some sort of media. Create something, maybe something with some sort of plot or something. Tell a story. I'd like to do something that tells a story. I don't know, that just seems fun to me. The problem is that then I'd have to actually, like, write. It's the logistics that get me. Like, I'm perfectly happy coming up with, like, ideas for things, but then when it comes down to, like, trying to figure out what equipment I would need and figuring out the details of like, the story and all that sort of stuff, I'm just like, I don't want to have to try and figure that out. Can't someone else just write something and tell me what to say? I don't want to have to figure that out. I don't know, I might try and drag some friends into some sort of something at some point. See if I can convince them to do the hard work. I mean, help me with the fun parts. But I don't know. I just like working on projects too. Like, I'd love to actually get something done, but I feel like I almost need someone else to make sure that I actually do it. And again, it's the logistics stuff. I'm just like, I don't want to have to try and figure this out. This seems like more trouble than it's worth. But I just like having, like, projects to work on too, especially with like friends and stuff. Like, there's something fun about, like, I know everyone talks about school group projects being a pain, and they are. It's a pain having. It's a pain depending on someone else to make you look good, sort of. Like, it requires a certain amount of, like, depending on other people that maybe you don't know if you can trust them or not. And that's just not necessarily the most fun feeling. Yeah, it depends who you work with. I think that's what it comes down to is, like, can you trust, first of all, do you get along with these people and have similar ideas on what you want to do? And then can you trust these people to actually do what they need to do? But, like, when it comes to just doing stuff with friends, it's fun. It's, like, it gives you something to bond over. But, I don't know, I feel like I need to find some artsy friends. Go do more theater or something and meet some new people. Now that we can start getting back out into the world again. That's the thing though. I'm like, when so I've mentioned this before, but I back in towards the end of 2019, I quit my full-time job to go back to school to get my bachelor's degree. Because I was very, very close. I was very close to finishing my bachelor's degree. And while I was working on getting my bachelor's degree, I started looking up like local auditions for local musical theater stuff, and that sort of thing. I'd love to do I'd love to do something. I'd love to do something where I could get to sing again, maybe musical theater. I love singing. Let's start a band. Like, honestly, actually, that'd be fun, but that'd require me to figure out how to write music, which is hard. I was looking up like local musical theater stuff that was happening because I finally was gonna have time to maybe go out and do some musical theater because I was working full time and going to school part time. I had no time to do anything, so I hadn't done any theater in like 5 or 6 years. You'd love to be in a band with friends too. We'll start a band. There we go. What do you play any instruments, Mama? I don't I sing, and it's been a while, but I play the trombone, which isn't necessarily a band, like a rock band instrument or anything. I could probably pick up bass or something. I've tried bass before, and it didn't seem too difficult. You can sing a little. We'll do barbershop quartet music. I know there's only 2 of us, but we'll just do barbershop quartet music. I have a friend that plays guitar. I should really convince her. We had talked about starting a band a long while back when we were in like middle school or something. Never actually went anywhere, but a barbershop duet. It's gonna be like the most boring harmonies ever, but we'll have a barbershop duet. But I should see if she would actually be interested in trying to start a band again, because that actually sounds fun. Maybe I'll text her. Maybe I'll text her and see if she wants to start a band. That seems like such a funny thing to do. Maybe I'll text my friend and see if she wants to start a band. I feel like that's just a strange. That's not something that most people like. Maybe it's something that most people do. They're just like most people. Maybe a lot of people have like the confidence that's just like, let's start a band, and like it never goes anywhere, which is totally what's gonna happen with us. But I wonder. I don't know. It just also seems. Oh, a barbershop quartet. Yeah, you're in. I like barbershop music. I didn't even think about the fact that barbershop quartet probably wouldn't translate very well to French. Alright. Second D10 all ready to go. But it's been a while since I've gotten to like sing things that aren't just me singing in the car. I really like singing. And there's like 2 things, we'll say 3 now. There's 2 things that I actually think I'm good at. Or that I could get really good at. Things that I'm like, I already have the skills in place that I could get really good at this if I had some training and stuff. And one of those is painting. And I realize that I'm not the best at painting, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like I get this. This is something that I feel like I understand how this works, and I could do this all the time, and I would love it. Like, if there's, I've asked people before, like, if you could do, oh wait, someone followed. Oh, I don't have my headphones on, so I didn't hear it. But thank you, Audrey Dancer, for following. I wasn't paying attention. I don't have my headphones on, so I didn't get the notification sound. Oops. But there's like, yeah, so there's like 2 things that I feel like I'm good at, or that maybe like with enough training I could get really good at. And one of them is painting. And the other one is singing. I feel like that's something that I could get really good at if I had some training and stuff. But the problem is, you can be proud about your skills. Well, to be fair, I don't feel bad saying that I feel good, like I'm good at painting or singing, because I do really feel like those are the only things that I'm really good at. Like I feel like I'm like pretty okay at a lot of artsy things. Like and actually I'll put resin working in with the things I'm good at now. But that's something that I've kind of learned as I've gone. That's something I've definitely gotten better at. That's a skill that I've worked at. But yeah, I really don't feel bad saying that I think I'm good at painting or singing, because, like I said, I really do kind of feel like those are the only things I'm really good at. There's plenty of things that, like, I feel like I'm okay at. There's things that I have, like, a medium amount of knowledge on, and people are just like, oh, that's great, and I'm like, you're saying that I'm good at this because, like, this isn't a skill that, like, we'll say drawing, for example. I'm not good at drawing. It's funny, I feel like I'm good at painting, I'm not good at drawing. But, I have, say, a friend who doesn't draw at all. They'll be like, oh, you're so good at this. I'm like, I'm really not. Always looks easy when you watch resin on YouTube. It requires lots and lots of work. There's just lots of different, like, pieces to it, I guess. Especially with dice. Dice making itself is also just... There's a lot of steps involved with making dice, but I feel like I've kind of gotten things figured out. I feel like there's a lot more for me to learn when it comes to resin. There's still things that I'm definitely getting better at as I go. Things that I'd like to improve. But I do feel like I've gotten to a point where I am happy with the things that I'm making for the most part. There's certain things that I make and I'm just like, that could be better. But like these dice, I feel like they turned out with the colors that I wanted. They turned out nice and smooth. I feel like it's a good quality what I'm creating there. But what was I saying? And like I was saying, that's come from practice and looking at other people's work and saying, what do I like about this? What do I like about this other person's work that I want to emulate? What do I like about this other person's work that I can see in my own work I want to improve? Just looking at my own work too and being like, what can I improve? And so, like, that's something that I have, like, worked on. And I feel like both painting and singing I haven't really worked on. I took a painting class, but that was, like, more than a year ago now. It's not something that I do every day like I do with the making dice. Like, I'm working on resin stuff, like, almost every day. So I would hope that I've gotten better at it over time. It's better than getting worse at it over time. I hope I'm not getting worse at it over time. But, like, I don't know. I should really get back into painting as a hobby. Like, I do love painting. And I'd love to do something that's, is singing, too. I'd love to get back into singing. But I feel like that's I guess, to be fair, singing is a hobby that you can kind of do. I can just sing in my house. Just to myself, which is what I do anyways. Especially, yes, sorry, I was just thinking, I had, now that we're all vaccinated, I had some friends over for dinner the other night, and I had, I think it was Africa by Toto stuck in my head. I think that's what I had stuck in my head, but I just kept, like, humming the first few bars of it over and over again, and I was annoying everyone so much. You wish you could be in a chorus. Yeah. I bet there's something around here that I could join that's like a choir. I think there is actually. I think there is actually a local singing group. What I was going to say, though, was, that's where I was going. I was looking at, when I went back to school, at the end of 2019, I think it was. I had one semester left, and I was looking at local musical theater auditions and that sort of stuff. So I was like, yes, I'll finally have time to do this, because between working full-time and going to school part-time, I didn't have any time at all. And then the quarantine happened. And then I took a voice acting class online, which was nice. That actually did scratch. There was a couple of things that was really nice about doing the voice acting class online. One of them was that I sucked at it. And that sounds maybe strange, but it was quite often when I'm not immediately good at something, I'm really disheartened by it and I never want to do it again. And so I feel like it was really good for me to do something that I wasn't good at, but that I was enjoying. Like, it was good to find something that, like, I wasn't good at, but I still had fun doing it. And the other nice thing about that was, like, I could also see myself getting better at it. Like, I could see where, it was like I was saying before with the dice, just doing it and over again and realizing here's where I'm bad, here's what I'm bad at, and trying to figure out how do I fix that particular thing. Like, I could see how I was getting better at it, and that was also like a really good feeling that, I wasn't getting when I was just only doing things that I was just immediately thought I was good at. There's the D6. Now we just have the D4. And there's certain parts of that I'm just like, I'd love to do some voice acting stuff. Not necessarily, oh, thanks. I'd love to do some more, like, voice acting stuff, and not necessarily anything huge or anything, but, I don't know, just reading some books aloud, like, or something, I don't know. Because it's just kind of fun. That's the problem with voice acting, though, is that's kind of a weird thing to try and do as a hobby. Like, what are you gonna, how would you do that as a hobby? It's not really something that you do as a hobby. Oh, I hear a kitty cat. Like, painting I can do as a hobby, singing I can do as a hobby, but I feel like voice acting is a little bit harder to do as a hobby. But that's okay. But I was saying, though, that scratched my itch a little bit for some theater stuff. And it was nice. I feel like that's kind of my people to a certain extent. Like, I always get along with, like, theater nerds. I feel like I have, I get the same references. We have similar senses of humor. I love hanging out with actors. Something about hanging out with actors that it's just like, I get you. I get how you operate. And obviously, that's a broad generalization. Not everyone that's an actor I would get along with or anything. But, like, I don't know. I like hanging out with artists and the artsy types. I feel like there's like a couple of different artsy types, I guess. There's the I went to art school artsy type, and then there's the I like making art artsy type. And the ones that are just like, I like making things. It's just like, I get, we understand each other. I understand you. Because I also like making things. Alright, so the parrot dice are all inked. Let's take a look at these. Show them off. Here's the parrot dice, all inked. We'll see if it'll focus. Come on. You could do it, camera. You could do it. It never wants to focus, does it? There we go. There, it finally focused. Look at those. All the rainbowy colors. All of the rainbowy colors. Woo! Alright, let me put these in my finished. I can show you the ones that I have finished too. I have a couple sets sitting over here that are done. It'll probably be a slightly smaller shop update, this next one, just because, like I said, I'm pretty busy this week. I'll show you the ones that I have done though. I posted these rainbow ones to social media. posted the mismatched rainbow ones to social media. Yay! And then... yeah. And then I may have only done a set of fate dice of these before, but set of electric dice here with a translucent blue and an opaque bright pink. I tried a different opaque bright pink this time, and I don't know if I like it as much. It was a little bit more clumpy, but so it has some like speckles, but I do like the hot pink and blue combo. There's something about the hot pink and blue that I just like. Okay, so now we have three sets of dice that are done. All right, let's do these ones next because I know what color I want to do them. We're gonna do the deep sea dice in silver, I think. Unless someone else, if you have a different idea, speak up now or forever hold your peace. And also peas, because they're yummy. So I'm gonna do silver unless people have a different idea. You think silver as well? Excellent. Thank you for your input, Mama. Let's start with the D20. I tend to work my way down. I usually start with like the D20 just because it takes the longest to do. So then it's like the biggest pain. So if I start with that, by the time I get to the D6 and the D4, I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired of this. But those go so quick then that it's not a big deal. My logo, it has such thin little tendrils. I'll show you in just a second. The little arms of my logo, it's so hard to get the paint in there. Let me see if I can show you. If it'll focus. Focus on me. There we go. Yeah, you see the little arms there, the little tendrils. It's so hard to get the paint in there. Oh, well, I understood what you're saying. So that was the important thing. Thinking about, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, don't ask me to try and do anything in French. It would not work out well. I know enough French to say that I don't know a lot of French, and that's about it. And definitely don't ask me to speak anything other than French, because I know even less. It's still nice. I should really, there's like so many languages and stuff that I'd love to learn. Like, there's just so many things that I want to learn and do. That's really, like, I don't know. I texted, I have like a small group chat with a couple of friends. I texted them the other day, and I'll see if I can find it here. I should be able to find it pretty quick. It seems like none of them related to it, but I feel like maybe someone else will. I spend way too much time looking at videos, images in English. You improved your English because of memes. I feel like that's the way to do it. To be fair, like, I feel like a lot of the internet and stuff is in English, so you just end up being inundated with all of it. Here's the text I sent. I said, anyone else want to do everything? Like, I want to make music and YouTube videos and do voice acting and paint and keep trying to build my resin casting business, but also make soap and candles, maybe take a drawing class, try to do some original artwork with the drawing tablet, learn book binding. Like, it's like, so many things I want to do. And I don't have... That's the thing. Like, I feel like part of it is that my brain wants to do everything at once. I want to do all of those things, and I want to do them right now, and then I just end up doing none of them because I can't decide which thing I should be doing. So I really, like, that was a problem I had. Before I started doing, I had a little bit of a weird window in between graduating and doing the resin casting stuff, where I was just like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm still that way a little bit, but it's not so much, I don't know what I want to do with my life, and more like, how can I continue doing this with my life? And, but like, when I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do, that was kind of a problem, too. Like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, part of it was just not having a direction to go in. Too much, I feel like, try to stick to 2 hobbies because too many hobbies means spending too much money and taking too much space in your home. That's fair. I guess maybe the nice thing about singing as a hobby is that it doesn't take a lot of space. Yeah, no, my problem with having too many hobbies is just that I don't do... Kitty cat. I don't do any of them because I can't decide which one to do. And so I just have to, like, pick a direction and go. Kitty cat. She's just laying next to me now. There's the kitty cat. She's decided to come hang out. She's very cute. That's Luna. All of our cats are named after, like, book or podcast characters. Book or podcast? Yeah, book or podcast characters, or some sort of media. She's so fluffy. Luna is very, very fluffy. Yeah, I have 4 cats. I don't think none of the rest of them are in here. It's funny, quite often when I'm in here, especially in the evenings, like it is now for me, the cats will hang out in here. But if I'm doing something where I'm talking, they are not interested. Yeah, I think she is part Maine Coon. Oh. I didn't realize that was a... Apparently that was a, oh well. Yeah, no, I think she's part Maine Coon. She's got the toe tufts of hair in between her toes. I'll see if I can show you in a moment. Let me close this up so I don't dry out all of my paint, and we'll look at my kitty cat. I don't know. Or, I don't know, but for some reason, the automatic thing blocked it. I'm wondering if it's maybe, like, some sort of, like, for some reason, I assume that it's some sort of like, anatomy term type thing. But no, she's got, like, little tufts of hair in between her toes. Little tufts of hair between her toes, which is a very Maine Coon thing. She's got, like, a mane of fur around her. Like, she's got, like, a mane. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. But no, I feel like she's definitely part Maine Coon, mostly because of these toe tufts here. That's, like, a very Maine Coon thing. There we go. Sorry, was I tugging on your toe tufts? She's looking at me now. I don't think she was happy that I was tugging on her toe tufts. Aww. She's a sweetheart. All of my cats are really sweet. Fitz has been very annoying the past couple of days. But all of my cats are very sweet. They're all very affectionate. Luna is extremely affectionate. Like her, I don't know, she's so upset if we're not giving her attention, like actively giving her attention. She'll follow you around and scream at you if you're not carrying her. One of her favorite places is just, like, in my brother's arms. She loves it when he just carries her around. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, though. I'll go to bed at night and she'll just be, like, sleeping on top of me. She's a cuddler. No, all of my cats are like very sweet, but in different ways. Like they're affectionate in different ways. Like Luna's like, oh yeah, that's like, I'm mildly allergic to cats too. I think I really should probably try to sweep the house more than I do. Um, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's fair. I feel like a lot of people are allergic to cats, and it's just like, oh, that's sad. Okay. Um, what was I saying? Oh, all of my cats, they're very affectionate in different ways. Because Luna's very much that like full body loves to sit in your lap, be carried around, or lay on top of you, type affectionate. And I feel like maybe my least affectionate cat is Fitz. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's a sweetheart, but I feel like maybe he's the least affectionate because he doesn't really like being carried around. He I don't know. He loves scritches and stuff, but he will sleep like right up against me at night. Like he's a cuddler, but he doesn't really necessarily want pets and stuff while you cuddle him. Like he just wants to like sleep against you. But if you start petting him, it wakes him up and it makes him unhappy. It's so cute. It's so cute if you start petting him while he's asleep. Because he, like, we call him his sleepy grumbles. Because he'll, like, half wake up and just start grumbling at you, like, meow, 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 meow. Like, and it's just so cute. He just makes little grumbling noises, like, why is someone touching me? I'm trying to sleep. And then let's see, Luna, Not is a bit like Luna in that she also like loves attention. She also is a lap cat. She's become a little bit less so now, but like when we first had her, like when we first got her, she was terrified. But like after she realized that, oh, these people are pretty cool. Oh, who's calling me? Oh, just a second. Let me send a text to my dad. My dad. Ah. Uh-oh. My paint dried while I was texting. Oh no! Okay. Anyways, what was I saying about the cats? Oh, Not's a bit like Luna in that she's like all affection all the time. When we first got her, like if you sat down, she was in your lap. And she still is that way a bit, like, actually no, I was going to say that she's not as much like that anymore, but she's still like that. I feel like she honestly, my office is the place that she sits on my lap the least. Like, if I sit down at the dining room table, she will just come in and sit on my lap. If I sit down on my bed, she just comes in and will sit down on my lap. She's such a lap cat. And she also likes being carried around. She's the first cat that I've ever had that will, like, ride around on my shoulder. And I don't mean, like, over the shoulder. I mean, like, she'll just sit on my shoulder. Like looking the same direction that I am. And just to see what I'm doing. Just hang out there. Which is honestly pretty fun. I've never had a cat like that before. I've seen, like, photos of people with cats that just, like, sit on their shoulders. I've never actually had that before. So it's I don't know. She's the baby. And then Koshi. I feel like on the surface, Koshi seems like the least affectionate cat. She's probably the scaredest. She's the most wary of people that she doesn't know. Like, if there's kind of three groups, I guess, that the cats fall into when there's people over to the house. If people come over to the house, Fitz will greet them at the door. Fitz loves people. He's so excited about people. And I just got done saying that Fitz is the least affectionate, but he's also like the most. He wants pets from everybody in the room. Wants to go hang out with the 2-year-old. Like, yeah. When my friend's child was 2, I remember her chasing the 2-year-old chasing Fitz around the house. Cat sitting on your shoulder like a parrot. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had that before, but it's really fun. Um, just like leading the 2-year-old places. Like, he was just super happy. He's like, yeah, someone's playing with me. Um, and then Knot and Luna, they both will usually kind of like sit either right inside the room that everybody's in or right outside the room that everybody's in and just kind of watch and be like, I don't know about these people. I don't know them. This seems fishy. Like, they just kind of sit on the sidelines and kind of stay out of the way, but like close enough that they can kind of see what's going on. And Koshi you will never see. Like, if someone comes over to the house that's not me or my brother, the ones who live here, she is hidden. She's like nowhere to be found. But when it's just my brother and I here, she wants pets all the time. She's got like the loudest purr on her out of all of the cats, and she just like, sometimes you don't even have to pet her. You just go to make a movement like you're going to pet her and she starts purring. Like, she just is like so happy with getting pets. All right, let's show this one off. Here's our deep sea. Come on, focus. There we go. Here's our deep sea dye with the silver inking. Whee! Aww. You wish rats could purr. Yeah, that'd be really sweet. Oh man. I haven't really had a rat as a pet. I kind of did. So in 3rd grade, we taught rats to like do a maze. That was something we did in 3rd grade. And so I was in charge of taking care of the rat that I was teaching while we were doing that. So I had a rat for like a week. And the problem was that I'm mildly allergic to rats. Like, whenever I got scratched with one of their little claws, like, it just gave me, like, it would, like, puff up and stuff, which is just sad. But I just remember the rat that I was taking care of, like, it liked just hanging out, like, on my neck behind my hair and just having its little head poking out. It had his little head poking out from underneath my hair. It was just so sweet. It just wanted to cuddle there and hang out. It's like, I don't know. Rats really do make sweet pets. But alas, I had cats growing up, so having a rat and a cat probably would not have worked out. But I completely understand rats as pets because they're very sweet. At least the one that I took care of. I don't know. I like cats though. I don't know. I grew up with cats. I like dogs, but I don't really want a dog. I feel like one of the nice things about cats is that they can take care of themselves a bit. There's less, like, I can leave the cats home alone and they'll, like, for 2 days or something and they'll be fine. Can't do that with a dog. But, and, like, I don't know, trying to remember to feed the dog I'd have difficulty with that. With the cats, I just, keep the food bowl filled and they're fine. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I like other people's dogs like I like other people's children. That's kind of the same thing. It's just like I really like kids. I really like dogs, but I like it when they're someone else's, so that when there's any responsibility for them, it's someone else's problem. I don't want the responsibility of a dog or a child, but I'm more than happy to be the cool aunt or something. Is there a gender-neutral term for, like, an aunt or uncle? Your oldest rat is living temporarily on your couch. Oh, no. That's so sweet, but oh, my cats are like that too. Not like I was saying. She's a lap cat. Like I said, if I sit down pretty much anywhere, she's in my lap, and it's always like right before I need to go do something. She's like, I gotta get up. She's just like, look, I am comfortable. It's always the worst. It's like, no, I'll always remember you. Please think of me fondly as you go. Some of your rats are like cats for real. Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. I feel like there's some overlap with a lot of animals. Like, it's always strange to me when people talk about cats being super, like, unfriendly or like, cats being assholes, I understand, because that's true. Cats are terrible. But, like, they're also adorable. But people saying that, like, their cats hate them or they aren't friendly or never want, it's like, I don't know what you're doing with your cat, because, like, all of the cats that I've ever had have been so lovey-dovey to a certain extent. Like, they want all of the affection. I guess maybe I know cat body language better. You met a cat like this? I understand cat body language better than other animal body language because I've grown up with cats long enough. Like, I can tell if, like, a cat is happy or unhappy or scared or whatever. I actually have more trouble figuring out dog body language. I'm just not familiar with it. So, like, cats love me and dogs are just like, I don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand either. But I don't know. I think I put it once, or so I can't remember who I was talking to. I don't remember if I just thought this or if I was talking to someone about it, but it's like, I feel like both cats and dogs are very affectionate, but they have different love languages. So, like, whereas, like, dogs are maybe, like, physical touch as one of their love languages, cats are more quality time. Like, my cats just want to hang out in the same room as me. I have the cat still sleeping right next to me. She just wants to be close and hang out. And be like, look, we're occupying the same space while we do our own things. In her case, she's taking a nap. But it's just like showing affection in different ways, I guess. And it's, I don't know, oops. Now I'm curious. I'm curious if you took some cat people and some dog people and had them take, like, a test to tell them, like, or had them, made a chart of, like, what their primary love languages are. Like, obviously, you want all the things, but versus whether they're a cat or a dog person, I wonder how that would line up. She became aggressive when her family adopted a puppy. She felt like she was his mommy. Oh, wow. This is a cat. This is a cat that got super protective of this dog. That's really funny. That's kind of sweet, but it's really funny that the cat's just like, this is my child now. My paintbrush is all full of paint now. I've had any, like, super overprotective cats. least not. I haven't had. I guess I haven't ever been in like a situation where that's been a thing to find out. But yeah, I don't know. Like, but that no, that's pretty funny that the cat's just like, this is my child. You will not touch my child. Like, it's probably not great if the cat was, suddenly super aggressive and stuff. But it's kind of sweet when you think about, like, it thinking it's the puppy's parent. Being like, oh my gosh, the cat was like a soccer mom. Sorry, I'm just... Soccer mom cat. Just like, I'd like to speak to the manager, please. Alright, here's the D12. D12's all done. With all the silver and our nice blues. Alright, we'll probably just finish up these blue ones. Like I said, I gotta get up early tomorrow. So, probably not a super... Oh no! Oh no. That's not good. I'm gonna read that aloud. Yes, when we would play with the dog, he would growl in joy, and then all of a sudden the cat is behind you, beating and biting your butt, not leaving you alone. I was scared of her. Oh no. That's one of those things where, like, from your perspective, that's really bad. That's, like, terrible. But from an outside perspective, like, now... It's kind of funny. Sorry, it's kind of funny. It's just like such a strange situation. That you're playing with a dog and a cat comes out of nowhere and attacks you. Like, oh man. And in this corner we have the cat. Ding 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 ding. All right. I think probably by the time we finish this set of blue dice, it'll probably be around 2 hours. Yeah, scary when you're in the situation, but kind of funny and cute. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I say I haven't been attacked by a cat. I've been, like, clawed by a cat plenty of times. Just because, like, if you have a cat, you're going to get clawed by... Especially if you have a kitten, you're gonna get clawed by a kitten. Like... Kittens want to play all the time, and they don't necessarily realize that you don't want to play. And so, like, if you have... I have so many scars on my arms that are from cats. Like, I don't know. I feel like you can kind of see there's some random, like, lines and spots and stuff on my arm. And those are all just, like, little scars and stuff from having cats and getting clawed. Like, all the time. But, I don't think I've ever been attacked by a cat. I have been, like... I've been bitten by a German Shepherd. It didn't break skin. It was just kind of like a warning bite. And that was a situation where it was just like, yeah, I was being kind of stupid. Oh, yeah, they have so much energy. Yeah. That's why it's really funny to me. Not is still a kitten. She's yeah, not is still a kitten. She's less than a year old. But it's kind of funny to me that she's like the only cat that I will allow in the craft room with me sometimes. Because she's the calmest. She's the only cat that will just like lay down on the chair and just like hang out. All the other cats are just like, I must climb and eat everything. And there's certain points where, like, Not will try to, like, chew on something she shouldn't, and I have to be like, no, okay, yeah, no. We're gonna go put you outside now. But, for the most part, like, she's just pretty, it's very strange. She's a pretty chill kitten. But then she still, like, she still attacks things. Oh man, yeah, 3 weeks. I don't know either. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with a 3-week-old kitten. That's pretty young. Although, to be fair, I don't know how old... I don't know how old Koshi was when we got her. She, well, actually, that was a problem with Not when we got her. I think, I don't know if she was just a little bit too young or whatever. When we got Not, she was terrified of us for the first, like, 2 days. She would not come out from underneath my bed for, like, 2 days. I went and brought food and water in and, like, a litter box right next to the bed. And she was terrified until I picked her up by the scruff of her neck and set her somewhere. And then she was just like, oh, okay. Okay, I understand now. Like, it was just such a weird, like, switch flipped where she was just like, oh, okay, this is Mom. I get it. I get it now. But I don't know what I would do. I don't know how old Not was. Probably older than 3 weeks. I don't know what I would do with a 3-week-old kitten. But Koshi, yeah, it was very kind of sweet, but also like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're so scared of us. Let me see if I can find a picture of Koshi here. I've showed this before, I'm sure. But when we first got Koshi, she was so small. Well, here's one picture of Koshi when we first got her in a mug. There's Koshi in a mug because she was just so tiny. But the one I'm looking for, here it is. Here's Koshi laying on my keyboard, and I love this photo just because she looks so grumpy. But here she is laying on the keyboard, and she's so small that she doesn't even press down the keys. She's just so tiny. She was just so small. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking about how small Koshi was when we first got her now. She was just so tiny. And I do kind of think maybe she was a little bit too young. We got her from the shelter. And I do wonder if maybe she was a little bit too young. And part of that is just because she seemed to have difficulty eating solid food. Like, we ended up feeding her, like, wet food for at least a couple days there, while she figured out how to, like, chew on the hard food. It's just like, oh, she's so small. She was kind of a sickly kitten, too. She's always been kind of a sickly cat. She has some sort of, like, chronic thing. Both her and Not actually have the same, like, I don't know what it is exactly, but they have the same sort of, like, chronic condition type thing where, they have, like, I don't know if it's just that they have, like, a lowered immune system or what, but they're both prone to getting, like weepy eyes, like, they get kind of gunky eyes. And Not, when we first got her, she just could not stop sneezing. She was so sneezy. It's hard taking care of a 3-week kitten. Oh, it's time consuming. How to teach her how to use her litter box, how to eat. Worse was how to drink from a bowl. Your rat taught her? Oh, wow. That's really funny. That's really cute. Yeah, I bet that was difficult. Because it's interesting thinking about, like, how much of the stuff is kind of taught. Like, as a human being, like, pretty much everything is taught to us. We have people saying, teaching us, like, talking to us, and that's how we learn language, and, here's how you tie your shoes, and all that sort of stuff. And it's interesting with animals too, like, realizing, oh, this is a learned behavior that's, like, passed down. If you separate the cat from all other cats, it's like they're just not going to learn this. Man, I like cats. Can you tell? I like animals. But I like having cats. It's kind of funny. I feel like a lot of people got pets with the quarantine, and I feel like that's not, like, a bad thing or anything. It's just interesting. I think people feel less alone when they have an animal. I feel like that was something I heard about or I read about or something where elderly people that like live alone, or maybe it's just elderly people in general, um, people tend to live longer if they have a pet. And I think part of that is just it gives you like a reason to live. That sounds weird. I mean, I say that kind of as a person who takes antidepressants too, but having an animal, like there's a certain amount of responsibility to it, and it gives you like a goal, I guess. Like you have a goal of taking care of this animal, and you know, it gives you a purpose. I feel like having an animal gives you a bit of a purpose, but also with the quarantine and everything, I think a lot of people felt very isolated and alone and stuff, and so having a pet has probably been really nice. I know it's been really nice for me, but also I just like animals. Okay, she would spend a lot of time watching the rat, and she was doing what he was doing. He had to separate them because would play too hard. Yeah, makes sense. He's getting weak and old, and then the kitten left to go with her owner. Oh, she's taking care of her. Oh, found her in the street all alone. Oh, that's so sad. Not. I wasn't really supposed to keep Not, I don't think. I mean, I kind of expected I was going to when I took her in. But not the kitten. I ended up with her because a friend went and picked her up from, I don't know if it was from like her mother-in-law or something, but went and picked her up and was supposed to, there was supposed to be someone that was meeting up with her to get the kitten, and then the person never showed up. And so she was like, hey Liz, can you like watch this kitten for a week or two? I'm like, sure, I guess so. And then, a week or two passed, and I'm just like, this is my cat now. And I kind of expected that to happen. I kind of expected to be like, yeah, if I say yes to this is going to be my cat. But I don't know. I like pointing out the fact that I only chose one of my cats. I have 4 cats. I only chose one of them, which was Fitz. The others were, yeah, either circumstantial or chosen by other people. Because Luna was chosen by an old roommate, Koshi was chosen by my brother, and then Not was kind of dropped off by a friend because she needed a place to go. But that's okay. I like all of my babies. Alright. Alright. So we've got almost done with this one. Like I said, I think I'll probably just go through this blue set. Oh, and then call it. I don't know, while I'm working on this one though, what color should I ink these other sets? That's a good question. I haven't actually decided yet what colors I should ink these other sets. I'm thinking maybe for the purple, this set with the purple and the gold foil and the iridescent sheet in there, maybe gold. I feel like that's a very kind of royal kind of look to it, and I feel like gold would match well. But if I do that in gold, I think I want to do a different color for the pink ones that also have some like gold foil and gold and iridescent foil. Maybe like a pearlescent white for that one. Go a little bit more like, I don't know, fairy princess-ish. I guess both of them would end up kind of royals then, but I'm looking for ideas. I'll show those off again. Take a quick momentary break from painting these blue ones, but try to figure out what colors. Good thing these things are sturdy. What colors should I paint these? Yeah. To be fair, my friend was kind of really annoyed that the person didn't show up. It's just like, seriously? You say you want a cat and then you're just gonna not show up? Gold. I think I'm gonna do gold for this set. I think this set will be gold. I think I like gold and purple together. And then this one, I think maybe I'm gonna do. You know, I think I'll do pearlescent white for this set, and gold for this set. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that sounds good. I'm gonna put these away though, just because I'm not gonna get to these tonight. I got other stuff I need to do tonight. Oh, and just a reminder, by the way, I will not be streaming on Saturday. Like I said, I've got some family stuff I gotta get done. I'm helping my grandparents move. I'm gonna be very busy. So yeah, there will not be a stream on Saturday, but we'll be back next Wednesday, and then Saturday after that. And I think did I post that on? I think I posted that on Discord already. Can't remember if I made a post on Twitter or not, but I will make a post on Twitter if I haven't already. I don't think I did. I'm also gonna have to try and get these out of this container. I think I'll ask my brother. See if my brother can do it. I just don't want to scratch them, you know? Oh, I'm also not sure what color I want to ink these yet either. Ah! Like I said, the commission that these were originally from, I did in blue, and I kind of really liked it with like the blue and the yellow, but I don't know if I want to also do these in blue and yellow. Could do them in gold. There's a little bit of gold in here, but I feel like gold's kind of my default color. I tend to do a lot of things in gold. So I'm open to suggestions for the green and pink set too. Oh, this has been a nice stream. I feel like I enjoy streaming. I feel like the past couple of streams though, I've just been like, I don't know. I felt a little bit off my game for some reason the past couple of streams. Just like, I don't know why I do this, but yeah, I don't know for the set either. But I feel like this has been a good just you know what it is? If I feel like I'm running out of stuff to talk about. That's really what it is. Past couple of streams I'm just like, I'm so not interesting. I'm just rambling about things that I rambled about before, and to be fair, now I'm also rambling about things I rambled about before, but still. It's like I need to read more books and watch more movies and like do interesting things. So I have things to talk about that aren't the things that I've talked about every time before. Oh, I was going to say before. Yeah, I still don't know for that. I was going to say before, that's kind of I was talking about doing musical theater again. I kind of don't know if I have the time again. And part of that is just because I'm streaming in the evenings when rehearsals would normally be. So I'd have to plan around that and change things. It's just like, I don't know if I'd have, I don't know if I'd have time. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I've been feeling kind of weird about mine, but I don't know. I guess, if people want to hang out, though, I'm not gonna disparage them for it. I'm not gonna. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't wanna dissuade people from hanging out. Like, it's like I like hanging out. It's just like I don't know why y'all are here though. I'm just saying the same stories over and over again. Wish I had something more interesting to talk about. Maybe part of it is just because I feel like I've been doing the same thing over and over again. I've been doing a lot of like making dice and making dice and making some more dice. So, baby, no, that's my. What are you doing? No, that is my pencil. Don't steal my pencil. Let's go back in there. Okay. Maybe I just need to change some things up or something. It's like, maybe we'll we'll do something different. But then at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, people are here for dice, right? So, I don't know, don't know what I want to do. I want to do more painting. I think that's what it is. I'll have to figure out more painting. Although I'm kind of planning, I think, I want to try and do a soap making stream at some point. See how that goes. That's going to have some logistical stuff that I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that. But I do think that maybe making soap on a stream could be fun. Still kind of figuring out what I want to make soap-wise. But it's just been a while since I've made soap, and it's fun to make. But I think I'll want to have that planned out before I actually stream it. I'll make some notes. I'm gonna start figuring out some Christmas dice and all that sort of stuff. I'll start making a bunch of lists. I like lists. I think I've mentioned it before. When I was a kid, like, my dad just made so many to-do lists, and I'm just like, why are you making so many to-do lists? That's so weird. And now that, like, I'm an adult, I'm just like, I need to make a to-do list. And I somewhat obsessively will make to-do lists or lists of things that I feel like I need to have the information for. Just like, I'm sorry, Dad, I understand now. I understand. And I think that's one of the nice things about being a kid, is, well, you know, for the most part is you need to make more to-do lists, yeah. Well, I do a lot of to-do lists just because if I don't write it down, I won't remember to do it. I was gonna say, though, as like a kid, I feel like there's less personal responsibility to remember what you need to be doing when. And like there's a certain amount, but like, and it's gonna be different for every person too. But like, at least in like my house, if I had a doctor's appointment when I was like a little kid, I didn't have to keep track of when that was. Like, I didn't need to know like what time I needed to be there or when I needed to get ready for it. You know, my mom would just be like, "Hey, you know, we're going to a doctor's appointment. Get ready." Like, there wasn't the responsibility of trying to keep track of that stuff myself. And so I never needed to make any sort of to-do list or calendar, which really was a problem for me when I got to university with undiagnosed ADHD and had like no idea how to manage my time in a good way. But like, then as, where was I going with this? Oh, so yeah, when I was a kid and I saw my dad making all sorts of to-do lists and stuff, it's just like, I don't get it. And now as an adult where I have like multiple things to put on to-do lists instead of just, go to school, do homework, play, that sort of stuff, like, I understand so much more now. But also, there's pros and cons. There's pros and cons to being an adult and being a kid. And there, as you get older, there's a little bit more responsibility and stuff, but to try and keep track of your own stuff. But still. I don't know. That's why I have a calendar now. It's just like, it makes me a lot less stressed that I have a calendar planner now, because I don't feel like I need to like compulsively write the same information down over and over again, because I can't remember, like, I won't be able to remember it otherwise. Now it's just like, I can write it down here. I have it written down. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I will look at this list like before I go to bed and make sure that I don't have anything I need to get up for, and it'll be fine. So it's been really nice. All right, we're on our last die. We're on our last die. Die. Got a little D4, and then we'll show these off and call it for tonight. Yeah, I was planning on pouring resin tonight, but I don't know. I'll see if I can figure out why why the stuff in the craft room was not working. I don't know if it was on my end. Like, sometimes that computer has some connection issues with the internet. I don't know if it was that, but yeah, and some people can remember things, but that's fair. Could do it 4 years ago. Now you just can't. Yeah, and that's, yeah, some people have good memories. I do not have a good memory at all. I saw a comic the other day. It really spoke to me, and I'm just like, and like I mentioned, like, I finally got like an ADHD. You're getting old. You're not even 30 yet. It's fine. You're fine. Next year, though. No, oh, what was I saying? Well, like I was saying, undiagnosed ADHD since last year, but no, I saw a comic that was like a guy that was at a table that's just like, oh, I need to sharpen my pencil. I can't remember what exactly it was. I need to sharpen my pencil. He like stands up with his pencil. He walks to the other room, and there's like a little box above his head that just says task with like a box next to it. And like he walks into the next room, and he's just like, oh, the light's on here. That shouldn't be on. And he flips off the light, and the box above his head that just says task puts a little check mark, and he walks back into the room that he was in, and he sits back down, and he's like, wait a minute. I'm like, yeah, that is exactly it. It's just like, my brain is just like, has task without any other information in it. And so as soon as I do something, it's just like, excellent, task has been completed. And it's not the task that I needed to be completed. Alright, let me show off our blue ones. Our blue ones. Some glitter and some different blues. There's one thing of glitter, and then like three different blues in here, apart from the glitter. But it'll be a little bit easier to see once I take pictures. But yeah, these will be in the next shop update as well. You don't, yeah, that's fair. That's, I guess, the way that my brain works, and I don't pretend to assume that everybody else's brain works this way, but it's like I can only think about one thing at once, but that thing can change really quickly. And so, like, for example, when I was at university, I was at like a friend's apartment, and I was talking way too loud, and they asked me to quiet down type thing. But the problem was that as soon as I started talking about anything, I would forget that I was supposed to be quiet, and so I would start talking loud again. It's like I couldn't remember both pieces of information at once. I could only do one or the other. But then the problem is also that can change really quick, so while it may look like I'm thinking about a lot of different things, it's because I'm thinking about a lot of things in rapid succession and not all at the same time. But like I said, that's just me. Alright, we got 2 sets of dice, all inked. We've got our parrot dice, and we've got our nice sparkly blue ones. And not drop things over here. We've got our kitty cat helper still here in my messy office. But haha. Thanks for joining me, guys. Like I've said, no stream on Saturday. I will post it on Twitter. I think it's already in the Discord. But I will be back next Wednesday, so hopefully I can see you guys then. And thanks for stopping by. It was good chatting. All right. Bye.